By now, you've seen the full development journey, from feasibility through outline and detailed consent to discharging conditions and deliverability. The big takeaway is that development isn't one planning application, it's a sequence of stages, and each stage reduces risk, improves clarity, and can increase the value of the land. Before you take your next step, there are a few additional considerations that can make a huge difference to cost, program, and outcome. One of the first is your house design strategy. If you use standard, repeatable house types, you're usually working with tried and tested layouts and details. That often reduces architectural and technical fees because you're not reinventing the wheel each time. It can speed up the design and submission process, and it tends to create a more predictable build and resale product. On the other hand, bespoke housing means every unit is unique. Bespoke homes can command stronger values and create a distinctive scheme, but the design fees and technical input stack up per plot. Coordination becomes more complex, and the planning process can take longer simply because there are more moving parts. Choosing the right approach depends on your goals, budget, and timeline. Standard designs often suit schemes where speed, certainty, and repeatability matter most, while bespoke design can be the right fit for premium locations or smaller developments where differentiation drives value. Beyond design, you also need to think about viability and cost planning, how build costs, professional fees, and planning obligations affect the numbers. You need to match the type and mix of homes to local demand and market timing. For larger sites, phasing and delivery strategy can be critical for cash flow and risk management, and you should be clear on your partnership route. Develop independently, sell at a particular planning milestone, or work with a developer or promoter under an option or promotion agreement to share risk and upside. Finally, consider long-term responsibilities, things like ongoing maintenance, communal areas, or post-construction obligations, because these can influence both costs and conditions. In short, planning permission is a major milestone, but it's only one part of the strategic picture. Every decision, from feasibility and outline planning through to design approach and delivery, impacts risk, cost, and value. If you understand the process and make informed choices, you can take a raw field and convert it into a successful, deliverable housing scheme, whether your goal is to sell, partner, or build it yourself. If you'd like, the next step is to complete our quick online survey, which will determine the level of work involved and a guide price for your project. It takes a couple of minutes and helps you map your site's strategy and outline unit range, access and drainage principles, likely reports, and the key risks to watch. Once you've submitted it, you'll receive a clear summary of the likely route forward, so you can decide whether to sell, partner, or move into the next planning stage with confidence.